Nigga said, how Drake recorded Her Loss.
Yo, you want me to just play it and you can tell me where you want the ad-lib?
All I seen was like the first 30 seconds to know if it was actually Drake.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know, but you sent me a clip of it on Falling Back, right?
No.
It goes here. Play it. So it goes here. Okay.
Oh, okay, done.
In today's
But
video,
isn't that
I'm
his
taking an
techno-
in-depth
techno
look at
album?
Drake's record-making process. I'll be covering how records like Her Loss were recorded, produced, and mixed and mastered. In addition to that, I'll be taking a highly detailed look inside Drake's premier sound facility, state-of-the-art studio. If you guys enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into the video.
We're standing in state-of-the-art studios, and I think it lives up to its name.
State-of-the-Art Studios is Drake's production facility ran by his longtime producer, Noah 40. An album starts with Noah's production.
40.
As you can see in the left corner of a studio, he has a small little area where he produces. If you take a look at the desk, you can see there's a few Native Instruments MIDI controllers and a small pair of studio monitors. You'll also see that there's two big display screens. This setup complements 40's workflow where he sequences a machine and then moves that over to Pro Tools. Then after that, he'll do additional sequencing, recording, and mixing in Pro Tools. Speaking of Pro Tools, Noah is a die-hard Pro Tools user. He has a custom chain with his Pro Tools licenses around his neck.
Unknown. I lost all my Pro Tools licenses. Priceless.
Once 40 is finished producing, he'll then move to the mixing phase. Now at the heart of his mixing setup is this Avid S5 console. Now for those who aren't familiar, the S5 is actually just a control surface, so it's really just hands-on control over Pro Tools. It has a few crucial features that are essential for Noah when he's working with Drake. Take a look at some of these features and why he likes his console so much.
Just its sheer flexibility and being able to A/B mixes and move things around the bus system anywhere you want and label everything so I can set up all my control room sources as mix A and mix B and 16-bit and dithered. And
Now Noah is not the only one mixing these records. For records like Her Loss, he had his right-hand man and Drake's full-time engineer, Noel Cadastre. As you can see, Noel was credited as co-mixer on nearly all the songs on Her Loss.
Type shit.
Now when you're mixing for Drake, translation to different formats and having the mixes just sound fantastic is crucial. So at state-of-the-art studios, proper monitoring is a high priority.
my speakers sound better than anybody's, I don't care. I've been to a lot of studios. No one's system sounds as good as mine.
40's main speakers are by a company called State of the Art Electronic.
There's my speakers. So up top are the Soda 2000s and underneath are the Soda 750s.
Yep. Wow.
Alex was here mixing the other, Alex Toomey, he loves the 750s.
Now these Soda speakers are powered by a ridiculous rack of Bryston 4B amplifiers. However, the Sodas are not the only monitors 40 uses. Above his S5, he has a retractable meter bridge with Focal Trio 6 BEs, Yamaha NS10s, and a mono Avitone mix cube. Now with Her Loss, this seems to have changed with the Yamaha NS10s and the Focals going away, being replaced by some state-of-the-art electronic custom near-field monitors. It appears the Focals were 40's old go-to monitors in Drake's old studio. You can see in the studio lounge they have a shrine dedicated to the Focals. Now Noah's studio has no shortage of great outboard gear for recording.
Bro,
and
all
mixing.
this damn
Now
equipment.
he uses his S5 console, which I touched on earlier, as an internal patch bay to run all this outboard gear.
Like all the gear behind me over here, you can insert all this stuff in Pro Tools, right? Just like it's all labeled up in the IO Pro Tools. It's all there. It's all hardwired. So on the MADI side, it's done. It's patched forever. And it just shows up in Pro Tools. And you insert the
Jesus.
Potex and the Tube Tex and whatever you want, just like you would.
Now here's a screenshot of the S5 patch bay for Drake's record Scorpion. Here you can see some of 40's go-to outboard gear pieces like the TubeTech CL1B, the LA2A, the Procrasti M7 as his go-to reverb. He also has tons of gear not listed on that patch sheet like a BA6A, a rack of Eventide
Yo,
effects,
he's speaking-
and
he's
tons
speaking
of analog synths and other vintage
different
pieces
language.
of outboard gear. Now let's get into Drake's vocal chain and recording setup. It's more complicated than one might think. Based on the Sound on Sound article, you can see that Noah chooses the U87 to record his scratch vocals and to record his final vocals, the Sony C800G. While that article is a couple years old, you can see that this is still the case. In many screenshots, you can see the U87 at the back of the state-of-the-art studio control room. I assume he uses this in the control room to record scratch vocals. Now when Drake wants to record his final vocals, he'll step into the recording booth. In the booth, you'll see there's two main mics hanging. One is a Mojave MA300 and one a Sony C800G. Now as for when Drake
Nah,
uses
nigga
each
did his
mic, I have
research.
no idea. I assume 40 just changes them in and out depending on the sound Drake's going for. Now I've also seen screenshots of this custom OVO mic, but I really have no idea if Drake has actually been using
OVO.
this. In
That's
terms
so
of the mic
disrespectful.
preamp, he uses a BAE 1073. Now then this goes into an LA2A for some light compression, and then it goes into Pro Tools. Now there's a few other members of the OVO sound team which are crucial to the record making process. One is the final mixer, Gadget.
I don't think there's a better mixer than Gadget on the planet.
So I was born in Jamaica. I came here in '67. So I come from the bottom, man. And I'm sitting there with Rasta man them, you know. I'm 11 years old, born in Chalice. You understand? Listening to music, King Tubby select all them Monday, you know.
After Noah is
Type
done
shit.
mixing a record, he'll then print out all the stems from Pro Tools and hand them to Gadget where he mixes them again. Drake will compare Noah and Gadget's version to see which one he likes better. While this allegedly has been the case for the past decade for Drake's records, I found on some of the more recent records that Gadget has no credits on any of the records, and as far as I know is not featured on Her Loss. Another man who is crucial to the process
Nah,
is
40 did
Les,
that.
and he's a master at electronics and computers. He works at the facility to help repair and maintain gear, as well as develop new gear. He was even on the design team of Soda speakers.
Hanging with Les because I don't think there's anybody else on the planet that's as smart as that man.
And I think Drake was waiting to finish a vocal at 40's place. And I went over there and everybody's like just freaking. I remember sitting down and I said, okay, everybody just take a big deep breath. I need a coffee and an internet connection. I managed to
Save the album.
when we saved the albums. Our relationship's sort of like, it's almost like he's not my son, like my brother, like my younger brother type of things. We both love equipment. We call them toys. When we first started this thing, one of the first things I said to him was, do you want me to start to put together some tools? And he went, oh yeah, man, go nuts.
Fucking be careful, man. This thing's on, you know. Where's the screwdriver? Zap somebody in here.
Then 40 one day asked me if I would consider building a studio with him. I said, consider it? Done. Like, let's stop talking. Where
Before I end the video, I just want to shout out the sponsor, Skillshare.
Yo, I already
Skillshare's
have it. I
on-
got the best version. All that, man. Best version, all that.
People to use the link will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this in-depth look at how Drake records his records. If you guys did enjoy the video, please don't
This
forget
shit
to like.
over. This shit over.